So here's a video I have for you today. I played a rapid game. I got a win. You see I was 2055. This was my peak rating. I lost it though. I'm 2045 now. But this is my peak, and let's show you how I got there. I had an 88% accuracy. Let's see how I played like a 2200. So pretty good game for me. Played like a master in this one. So let's get into it. They go d4, I go d5, they go c4, and I go d6 or e6, excuse me. This is a normal queen's gambit decline. I usually don't like to take just because I don't like my position after that happens. They go knight to c3, I go knight to f6, and then go bishop f4. Now, a common thing here is knight to, well, let's say I just go here. This isn't an ideal scenario attacking there, although here I can stop it with a bishop. Or c6. Or this one is not the best one, I should say, but generally there is a fork here that to be aware of when they go knight c3. But I go c6 and stopping it. C5 was the best though. Let's move that a little bit. Okay. But c5 was the best move there, and I do not play it. They go pawn to e3, and I go pawn to g6, looking at and kettle, but I actually kind of realized this was not the right move. I play 30 chess games a day, 10 bullet, 10 blitz, 10 rapid, so I wanted to mix it up a little bit. I played this quite a lot, so I want to see something different, but in playing chess, I can't go off emotion, off of feeling, and I knew this was a better move. They go knight to f3, I go knight, bishop to g7, bishop to e5, castle, take the knight, take the bishop. Now, in general, I don't understand why to do this. You don't want to give up the bishop pair for free, really, and they do. So I'll take it, and then they go h4. I remember this game now. And I go h6. They go h5, which it's a good move, but I don't have to oblige. I just push the pawn to g5. I don't want to mess up my king side, and f4 is 2 moves away, so by the time I can get f4 in, I'll be protected. They go knight to e5, move my knight here, offering a trade, and even though f4 is possible, they don't do it just because it isn't an amazing move. They go knight to g6. Now, I do know what they were thinking. They're thinking to get a pawn inside, get the queen in, but it just doesn't work, as you see as I defend it. So I take the knight, they take here, and I go king up. Bishop was the best, but I just went king up. Let's see, I spent a second. Yeah, I didn't think about it for too long, because I was like, this is dumb. Let me just move my king up. I don't even think I took that long to take the knight. Like, I was like, maybe I'm missing something, but I took it after 7 seconds. King forward, and then queen goes to protect the pawn. Rook over to h8, protecting this pawn here, stopping this checkmate pattern. After that, they protect it with their bishop. I move my queen over. Now, e5 was the best. The queen over here attacks this pawn, and eventually I want to move my knight to f8 to get that pawn. Knight goes over to e2. I take this pawn here, trying to deflect the bishop, having them take there, and then take. So this is what I was thinking. Have them take that pawn and do it like that. But they just move their bishop forward. They're giving me a pawn. I drop my knight back, looking to take the pawn here, which is an accuracy actually. Move their rook over to capture this pawn on c4. I give it back to them, so I have no more threats on my king side, and they trade with me, which I was a bit surprised by. After they drop their queen back out of the position because they don't want to trade, and I understand why they don't want to trade, just because if you're down, you want to keep on as many pieces as you can in case I mess up, or in case your opponent messes up, I should say, and you have more pieces to capitalize on it. Although obviously they have more than you, it's really, as you'll see, the less pieces there are with an advantage, it's harder to come back from. After queen to f3, I move my bishop to d7, just to connecting my rooks, and I didn't have much else to do. I could have tried to protect this pawn. I considered queen to d3, this square here. I ultimately decided not to, just because of rook to d1, queen to c2. Like, I could have protected it, but it just felt like a lot to protect it, and I'm already up a pawn and a bishop, so I give it back. Like, it doesn't really matter that much. I move my queen here, offering a queen trade, because I have the bishop pair and a bishop versus a knight and a bishop versus nothing. They don't decline it. I don't do it immediately, just because I don't need to. I want to attack here, and then I was thinking of tactics of move my queen check. It didn't work. I mean, I could have made it work. I could have moved my queen check, rook down, or I guess I could just show you. Let's say they went here. I consider here, 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 here. Good thing I didn't do that. Just because I knew 2 rooks versus the queen is fine, but I did not calculate taking the bishop. So I thought I had 2 bishops, 2 rooks versus queen and a knight. But I miscalculated, and I didn't play it because I knew it was like, this isn't all the way right. So I pushed this pawn up forward, and then they go pawn to d5, which is not a horrible move. Let's see if I can fix the clock. Yes. So now I queen trade. Just because, let's get the pieces off the board, take this pawn, rook down here. Now, I knew I was giving this up, but I didn't really care. Protected with my rook. Should have done the other rook. I did this rook because with this rook, you see that both these pawns are unprotected, so I thought the other rook was better, although I was incorrect. Now, obviously, take the pawn as I kind of expected, and I'm on my king for it, removing the pin. And here, it's pretty much game over after bishop g4. They do play on, actually, I think, for a little bit. Yeah, so I do bishop g4, trapping the rook. This square is defended, this square is defended, and this defended. And that's the only place they can go. They decide to take. I take back with my king, which is actually forced, but it didn't really matter. That is not a good force for them. So now I'm up a rook cleanly, like for no compensation, no position, not even a pawn. They go for a check. I take the knight. Rook goes over, king to g6, rook here, rook to e8, rook goes to d8. I push this pawn, discover it, check, and here they actually offered me a draw. They sent me a text, not a text, a message in like the chat saying please, they want to keep their rating points, but this was a win for me. I did not accept the draw. So thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for supporting my content, and have a great day.